the spirit of nonviolence. And we ask that everybody observe that and take responsibility for that. We are rightly outraged, and we are using our people power to fight back. But the weapons we bring to this fight are love, respect, caring, courage, and a fierce commitment to the rights and dignity of all people. And to the integrity of our creation. We are rising up, and as our banner says, we are building a just future, New Haven and beyond. We will not be coward. We will not back down. We are in this together. Now, to facilitate the speeches part of our event, I'm going to pass the mic to someone who has worked tirelessly to build power for poor and working people, the Reverend Scott Marks.
We're not going back. We're not going back. I said we're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. At this time, let's go forward. I want to introduce President of the Teachers Union in this town. Let's hear it for Leslie Plateau, my partner.
Thank you, Reverend Marks. This is beautiful right here. I quickly parked my car, I came down Temple Street, I knew where to go, and then the sea of people. This place is a historic place of protest, and look at you all, living through to the new era of history where we take it back. So I just want to congratulate the organizers today. My name is Leslie Plateau. I'm with New Haven Federation of Teachers. Locals from our union and from NEA are taking action all over this country. And hands off. Let's talk about hands off. Let's talk about what we want hands off about. First, hands off our curriculum. Teachers have a right and an obligation to teach the truth. And in this state, that's what we do. In this city, that is what we do. Our students deserve to learn the truth, honest history about this country. And we will not allow Trump and Musk to censor us and take away our First Amendment rights and our students' rights to learn the truth. So none of this threatening us that we're not going to get our Title I funds. We will stand up and fight back. Second, hands off our students. We are here to protect all of our students. Our queer students, our immigrant students, their friends, their families, all of them. Hands off our curriculum, hands off our students, and hands off our funds. Those funds belong to you. They belong to our children. They are what makes our schools work. We need fully funded schools. We don't need threats of cuts. So we are here to say, hands off our curriculum. We will teach the truth. Hands off our kids. We will protect them. And hands off our funds. That is our tax money. We will not allow billionaires to get more tax cuts in exchange for our school funding. That is ours. You are beautiful. Let's go, people. May 1st, back here. We will do this. We will shut it down. Because when we don't get it, we shut it down. When we don't get it, we shut it down. Thank you all. Much love and resistance.
Good afternoon. My name is Senna Weezer. I'm a climate activist from Connecticut. I'm here today to demand that Donald Trump and Elon Musk get their hands off our climate. I was 15 years old when I planned my first climate protest. I was terrified about what climate change would mean for me, for my little sister, my friends, my generation. 6 years so much harder over the past 2 months, but at the end of the day, it's about our families and communities and people and places we love. And so while it might be hard and there are moments in which this fight feels insurmountable, we are fighting for the very core of our being. And so we will show up today and tomorrow and in the weeks, months, and years to come, fighting for a world that is caring and compassionate for all. Thank you.
Our next speaker is coming. I just want to make a quick announcement. Those of you who didn't sign up, make sure that you sign up under the tent. You heard Senator, we must stay together if we want to win. Get to the tent and sign up.
Hey everyone, how are we feeling? We feeling good? So guys, I know you know this one. What do we do when our communities are under attack? Stand up and fight back! One more time. What do we do when our communities are under attack? Stand up and fight back! Folks, my name is Tabitha Sugdeo, and I'm the Executive Director of Connecticut Students for a Dream. We are the largest youth-led statewide organization in Connecticut fighting for the rights of undocumented youth and for their families. I'm also a proud immigrant from the wonderful country of Guyana. Let's give it up for our immigrants! Folks, we cannot ignore the increasing examples of federal overreach that are happening across the country. We cannot allow federal agencies to commandeer our state's resources to enforce policies that violate our values and disrupt our communities. Connecticut resources belong to Connecticut. Whose resources belong to Connecticut? That's right, thank you. What I want to say is that it is enough. We've had enough. Immigrants are part of Connecticut's economic and social fabric. We work hard. We contribute to our communities, and we pay taxes, over $400 million. And the larger immigrant population in Connecticut pays over $8 million. With our meager wages, we contribute to the backbone of this country, not billionaires. We are the working class. We are funding our schools, our healthcare, our infrastructure. We are the backbone of this state, and we will continue to not live in fear. For too long, we have been at the forefront of organizing to protect our communities. Our communities are being ripped apart, and we have to protect our people. We need American citizens to be at the forefront, because for too long, we have been at the forefront. We say that Black immigrant lives matter. Black lives matter, and no erasure of signs in Washington can say otherwise. We say enough of terror on our communities. I call on everyone to support the Trust Act to counter the over-policing of Black and brown immigrants in our communities, to protect our data from ICE, and to get ICE out of our courthouses. We say enough! Every person deserves to be treated with respect and dignity, regardless of where they're born. Thank you so much.
Abby, right here.
Okay, ready? So, el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Hi, New Haven. My name is Ana Paola, and I am a proud immigrant. I have lived in this country for about as long as I have been alive. I contribute to the economy and development of this country. Immigrants, we keep our heads bowed and have existed in the background. We are the gears that help this country run, and yet they don't want us.
Yes.
We came to a land stolen by the ancestors of the people trying to keep us out. They are arresting us and separating us from our families and taking away our civil liberties. Now is the time to act. If you're like who I used to be, angered and frustrated by those who abuse their power, and you are waiting for a sign to get active and involved, this is your sign. A group of leaders in my community started the New Haven Immigrants Coalition. In this coalition, I am part of the community engagement and rapid response teams. I am proud of the work that my friends and I are doing to keep our community safe.
We exist with the sole purpose of protecting people's constitutional rights. Me llamo Ana Paola y soy una inmigrante orgullosa. He vivido en este país casi toda mi vida. Contribuyo a la economía y desarrollo de este país. Inmigrantes, mantenemos la cabeza gacha y hemos existido en un segundo plano. Somos el engranaje que ayuda a este país a funcionar. Y sin embargo, no nos quieren. Vinimos a una tierra robada por los antepasados que quienes intentan mantenernos afuera. Nos arrestan, nos separan de nuestras familias y nos quitan nuestras libertades civiles. Ahora es el momento de actuar. Si eres como yo, enojada y frustrado por quienes abusan su poder y estás esperando por una seña para activarte y involucrarte, esta es esta seña. Un grupo de líderes de mi comunidad fundaron la Coalición de Inmigrantes de New Haven y en esta coalición formamos parte de los equipos de participación comunitaria y respuestas rápidas. Estoy orgulloso del trabajo que estamos haciendo y existimos con el único propósito de proteger los derechos constitucionales de las personas.
Hi everyone, my name is Amar Santiago Rojas and I want to begin by asking us to take a moment of silence for Jocelyn Rojo Carranza, who died last February after bullies threatened to call ICE on her parents. Thank you. I also want to acknowledge the stolen land of the Quinnipiacs that we are currently standing on. I stand here before you as not just as a member of the New Haven Immigrants Coalition, but the Semilla Collective, a proud daughter of immigrant parents, a proud student of the NHPS systems, and a feminist, and someone who has dedicated their whole life for fighting for justice for everyone in the community who is facing oppression. But I'm here to tell you that the fight is so much bigger than immigrants alone.
Come on now.
We are witnessing a genocide happening in Palestine.
Yeah.
Shame, 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 shame. Entire families wiped out, children losing their lives, children like me. And it is impossible to separate our struggles. Our liberation is tied together.
Yeah. Right.
When we fight for immigrant rights, we fight for Palestinian liberation too. We fight for a world where no one is forced to flee, where no one is bombed out of their homes, where no one is treated like they are disposable. Our fight is also about women's rights, about the fundamental rights to control our own fucking bodies. To access prenatal care, to choose when and how to bring life into this world with dignity and support. It is about demanding education that empowers rather than criminalizes our youth. It is about remanaging a system that invests in people, not prisons, healing, not harm. This is not just a movement for immigrants, but it's a movement for humanity. So if you are human, I am asking you to stand up and fight back. Today, I urge you to join us. Don't wait for it to be your family, your rights, your future on the line. Stand up with us now. The time is now. We still have the power to shape a better world. Organize with us. The New Haven Immigrants Coalition is hosting a Train the Trainer where we are going to teach our community how to stand up and fight back against this new fuck-up Trump administration. I will now repeat what I said in Spanish. Mi nombre es Amar Santiago Rojas y quiero comenzar pidiéndoles que tomen un momento de silencio para Jocelyn Rojo Carranza, quien se suicidó el febrero pasado después de que los acosadores amenazaron con llamar a su familia a ICE. También quiero reconocer la tierra robada de los Quinnipiacs en donde estamos ahorita. Me presento ante ustedes no solo como una miembro de la coalición de New Haven Immigrants, pero también del colectivo Semilla, sino también como una hija orgullosa de inmigrantes y estudiante del sistema de New Haven Public Schools. Y una feminista. También alguien que he dedicado toda mi vida a luchar por la justicia por todas las comunidades que enfrentan la opresión. Pero estoy aquí para decirles que la lucha es mucho más grande que solo la inmigración. Estamos siendo testigos de un genocidio en Palestina. Familias enteras exterminadas, niños que pierden la vida y es imposible separar nuestras luchas. Nuestra liberación está unida. Cuando luchamos por los derechos de los inmigrantes, también luchamos por la liberación palestina. Luchamos por un mundo en el que nadie se vea obligado a huir, en el que nadie sea expulsado de sus hogares por los bombardeos, en el que nadie sea tratado como si fuera desechable. Nuestra lucha también tiene que ver con los derechos de las mujeres, con el derecho fundamental a controlar nuestros propios cuerpos, a acceder a la atención prenatal, a elegir cuándo y cómo traer la vida a este mundo con dignidad y el apoyo que necesitamos. Se trata de exigir una educación que empodere en lugar de criminalizar a nuestra juventud. Se trata de reimaginar un sistema que invierta en las personas, no en las prisiones. Sanar, no dañar. Este no es solo un movimiento para inmigrantes, es un movimiento para la humanidad. Entonces, si tú eres humano, te digo que vengas a pelear con nosotros. No esperes a que sea tu familia, tus derechos, tu futuro, lo que esté en juego. Acompáñanos ahora, mientras todavía tenemos el poder de dar forma a un mundo mejor. También únense el 26 de abril, vamos a tener un Train the Trainer en Fame, donde vamos a educar a nuestra comunidad cómo defenderse en contra de esta nueva administración de Trump. Gracias.
Hello everyone, my name is Antoinette Badia. I'm speaking on behalf of President Dory Dumas and the Great New Haven NAACP and our members.
Say that.
The NAACP is all in. We are all in for equality, all in for equity, all in for justice. For more than a century, the NAACP has stood at a forefront of every major civil rights battle in this nation.
That's right.
And today, that fight continues.
Yeah.
We are witnessing an aggressive effort to roll back decades of progress. The Trump administration blatant attacks on our freedoms, on voting rights, civil rights, and equal protection are not just policy disagreements. They are threats to the very foundation of our democracy. But let me be clear, the NAACP was built for this. We are all in to defend our rights on every front. From the courtroom to the community, we are fighting back. When President Trump issued an executive order requiring proof of citizenship to vote in federal elections on illegal, unconstitutional power grab, we sued. Because silencing the voices of millions of voters, especially black voters, first-time voters, low-income voters, and naturalized citizens is not democracy. It's voter suppression, plain and simple. And we won't stand for it. We are all in to protect the vote, preserve our history, and ensure that every person, regardless of race, background, or zip code, has a voice in shaping this country's future. Some see the rising power of our communities as a threat. We see it as hope. And we know that democracy only works when we're all in. So now, I ask you, are you all in? Because the NAACP is. We are all in. Are you all in? And together we will protect our rights, restore our power, and reclaim our future. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Shelley. I'm a member of Jewish Voice for Peace. Hands off Gaza! Hands off the mouths of students who cry out for an end to the genocide in Gaza. Hands off punishment of students by suspension, expulsion, disappearance, deportation. Hands off the cynical, anti-Semitic weaponization of the beautiful Jewish faith to define it as love for an apartheid state. Hands off the denial. Hands off the denial of the dignity of the beautiful Palestinian culture being able to live peacefully in its own land. Hands off the genocide weaponized by the Biden administration and continued by the Trump administration. Stop the maintenance, the manufacture of weapons of war made right here in Connecticut. Stop the billions of dollars in aid to the state of Israel to slaughter Palestinians and destroy Palestinian civil society. Hands off the bipartisan impunity in ignoring rulings and warrants issued by the International Criminal Court. Hands Hands off the veto of every single fucking resolution brought to the United Nations Security Council in support of the inalienable rights of the Palestinian people. Hands off the necks of Palestinians who are being suffocated by U.S. complicity in the genocide in Gaza and the wanton settler violence in the West Bank. Hands off the farms, the orchards, the olive groves, the roads, the homes, the hospitals, the mosques, and Masr Yada, Jenin, and towns throughout the West Bank. Hands off the denial of the right of Palestinians to return to their ancestral land. Hands off Gaza. Free Palestine.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gretchen Ralpha with Planned Parenthood Votes Connecticut, and I'm so grateful to be with my beautiful New Haven community. This is a critical moment for our country. Our basic health care and our rights are on the line as Trump and his allies in the House and the Senate are advancing budget proposals that could gut critical healthcare programs like Medicaid, all to give big corporations and billionaires like Elon Musk huge tax breaks. More than 72 million Americans and almost 1 million people in Connecticut, many of whom are Planned Parenthood patients who rely on Medicaid, are at risk of losing their health care. We are here today to say, hands off our health care! Because we refuse to stay silent while the government and our courts continue to deny the humanity and dignity of people to make decisions about their bodies, their health, and their lives. Y'all, it's clear. Politicians hostile to reproductive health and rights want to continue to escalate their restrictions on abortion access, on transgender health care, defund Planned Parenthood, and shut down health centers, and we won't let them. We never have, and we never will. And just in case you missed it, this week, 9 Planned Parenthood affiliates, including Planned Parenthood of Southern New England, received notice from the Trump administration saying they are withholding our Title X funding. This is the nation's only federal program dedicated to providing affordable birth control, affordable cancer screenings, and other sexual and reproductive health care to people with low incomes. But the Trump administration and Elon Musk, they don't care about people these cuts will harm. They're using patients as political pawns to defund Planned Parenthood, which will only worsen the public health care crisis they've created. They're pushing their dangerous political agenda, stripping healthcare access from tens of thousands of people in Connecticut and millions across the country, not giving a second thought to the devastation they will cause. But we won't let them do that because we're saying, hands off Planned Parenthood! We have all witnessed this public health crisis that has unfolded as access to abortion was devastated by the overturning of Roe. People are dying because of abortion bans, being denied emergency, life-saving abortion care in hospital emergency rooms in their home states. And it's not a coincidence that many of these states that have banned abortions have the highest maternal mortality rates, particularly for black women. They don't care about us. And just as we're seeing states ban abortion care, state bans on transgender health care have now passed at alarming rates, with now 25 states that have banned gender-affirming health care. We know lawmakers that oppose abortion health care and health care for transgender people will continue attempting to end all access to critical health care nationwide. The fight for bodily autonomy cannot leave anyone out. And just as we fight to restore and protect abortion access across the country, we must fight just as hard to protect and restore gender-affirming health care, because this administration has been vicious and relentless with their attacks on trans people. But in this moment, we are not going to be defined by our opposition, because this has always been
And I am a member of Mothers and Others for Justice. And site leader of Witnesses to Hunter New Haven. And as Scott so pointedly pointed out, a forever member of New Haven Rising. Although I am a woman of faith, these Doge-driven cuts that are proposed will cut 50% of HUD staffers who administer housing choice vouchers and public housing. Has me very concerned. And like I said, I am a woman of faith.
Yes.
But it has me concerned.
Yes.
Okay. I am currently a Section 8.
You got this!
Which means I pay 30 to 40% of my income toward my rent. With this help, I am able to keep my utility bills current, which that means that I don't have a outstanding bill, I don't have a disconnect notice, my bills are current because of Section 8. Okay, and then I'm able to save money for rainy day expenses, as my mother used to call it, but I call it emergency fund, right? You know, in case anything happens, I have a little bit of a nest egg put away because I am not paying my full rent. Okay. And President Musk and Vice President Trump don't go with this, it will be harder for me to sustain my rent and more likely than not be at risk of being evicted. My now 23-year-old son and I were homeless back in 2008 for 2 years and 5 months.
Bless you.
Oh, it was hard. It was a nightmare. But right now, we are currently housed, and I want to continue to have my rent subsidized. People who are struggling need to be able to at least put forth the effort for help with rent through Section 8 or any type of rental subsidy. With these Doge cuts, my assistance is most definitely at risk. Hands off our housing!
My name is Nancy Rimber, and I represent the Home Care Workers PCA Personal Care Assistant. And I'm here to talk about why Medicaid should not be cut. There will be a lot of people without jobs. There will be a lot of disabled people and elder people without care. I'm here with my client today, and he will be without care. So please, I'm here to tell you, now is the time to fight, and we need Medicaid.
We need to give up, man. Give up. Give up.
Want to say something?
No more cuts.
Good afternoon to all y'all. My name is James Stewart.
Yo, we can't let Trump get over on this right here. They try to stop our medical out here. Yeah, we need more than one to make a difference out here. You know what I'm saying? One can't do it for how many? Out of a million? One can't do it for a million. You know, if I lose my medical, I lose my aid.
Yes.
Where you go?
There you go, right here. Stay right here, Abe. Yeah. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to have to train nobody else for the job that she has. You know? So we got to keep fighting for what we know about. Don't give up off my medical, y'all. Fight for me. All right, thank you.
When we fight, there ain't no turning back. I come to say hands off our labor. Hands off trying to deny people the right to organize themselves in labor unions. Hands off our school and youth. Cut for public education, cut for special education, cut for any sort of education for working people. It's the billionaires' agenda. Hands off our universities, destroying research, volunteering speech, violating the right to speech, disappearing students is the billionaires' agenda. Hands off our communities and our immigrants, breaking up of families, deportation, cutting city programs that affect our most vulnerable citizens. Hands off our LGBTQ community. Criminalizing people, playing blackmail games over trans people. It's time to knock it off. Hands off. Hands off our environment. Hands off our environment. We're going to beat back the billionaires' attack while expanding good union jobs with policies like unemployment insurance for striking workers. SB 8. We're going to take back DC in 2026. Get ready, get ready, get ready. We're going to take it back.
You say it. You say it.
Listen, and the deal is, we're here today. Make sure you sign up and make sure that we stay together. We're getting ready now to have the poet to say it just like he know it. Come on, our next speaker. And then shortly after, listen to the sound on the microphone. We will be lining up on the corner of Chapel and Temple. The banner, oh, I see the banner. The banner is now moving. Look at somebody and say, it's about to happen. It's about to happen. And guess what? Look around you. But you need to look in many cities right in this state. You need to look in many states around the country. We're hitting the ground. We're looking to get 3 million people on the street. Somebody say,
Get ready to switch over.
This administration scares me to death. But when my 4-year-old feels worried in the dark, it's fine if I can breathe with them till there's courage in their heart and mine. So that we are not all scared to death, I invite you to look in someone's eyes right now and take a deep breath. Can we do that? Look in someone's eyes, take a breath. Air, I am taking as many deep breaths as you can spare now, because they're gutting our clean energy and air now. So our lungs are gonna need great health care now, but they're tearing that down too. It's not fair now. Because my 9-year-old dad can only hear this poem today because the hearing aids he got from the VA. And the drug that's holding his stage 4 lung cancer at bay came through clinical trials and research which are now cut, along with Veterans Affairs, which they're trying to gut. So now even my father is bad. Hands off trans care, hands off women's care, and hands off my 90-year-old dad. But at least if we don't get health care, we can go outside and get fresh air elsewhere. But now they're selling our public lands, defunding our national parks, declaring a failed businessman chair of our national arts. Get your hands off park rangers and artists' passionate hearts. But actually, this country's heart is the love of the people here, especially when that love is against the law. That's when love gets deeper here. Get your hands off lesbian, gay, bi, trans, queer, plus people. You cannot What makes us people? Denying rights because you're so frightened of queer and trans life it can't exist? Nah! Get your hands off our gender fluid fam and our trans kids! Hands off equity, diversity, and inclusion. They're afraid of us working toward a more perfect union. Get your hands off our museums, off our art, off this library. Hands off history that sees beyond the binary. Hands off fair elections. Hands off the court. Hands off judges and the democracy they support. And because free speech is the last tool they're afraid we'll get free with, they get our personal data, then disappear those they don't agree with. And the fact is, I'm not actually scared to death. But in the children's hospital where I work, there's a girl whose every breath is a struggle, whose family is patiently waiting for treatment she can only get in another state, and she's born here, but her parents were not, and they're all afraid to travel lest they get caught. And the consequences of leaving this hospital are now equally deadly and equally fraught. And the fact is, I'm not actually scared to death, but that kid is. And others like her. And the only reason I need to take a deep breath is so I can fight for her. So please look to your left and right again. Then look someone in the eyes, take a deep breath, and tell them that you will fight for them. Please do that right now. Look someone in the eyes, tell them you will fight for them. Now we're going to do just to end with a little call and response. Fear, get your hands off me.
Fear, get your hands off me.
I join hands with my people, take a stand with my people. Take a stand with my people. So me and my people feel more free. So me and my people feel more free. One more time. Fear, get your hands off me. Fear, get your hands off me. I join hands with my people, take a stand with my people. I join hands with my people, take a stand with my people. So me and my people feel more free.
So me and my people feel more free.
That's right.
Come on, y'all, let's do this.
All right, it's time to march. But I want everybody to give a great for the Reverend Dr. Allen Pray, who signed us up. It takes faith. It takes faith. All right, we're getting ready now. I see the banner is getting in place. At this time, we're going to start to head to the corner of Chapel and Temple. Look at somebody and say, it's time to march.
It's time to march.
It's time to march.
It's time to march.
Whose streets? Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?